the After Party Radio again, the studio with the view. So I have a couple of announcements I want to get out of the way before. I have a very, very special and very busy guest in house today. Chris Howe Foundation 6th Annual Back to School Food and School Supply Giveaway, free backpacks with DISD approved school supplies and free boxes of food for your household. Saturday, August the 8th. That's not this Saturday, not Saturday after that. Saturday, August 8th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that will be at the Howland Hills Branch Library, 6200 Bonneview Road, Dallas, Texas. Registration is required. Again, registration is required. I would take and put this on my personal page, Claudia Fowler's page, and try to see if we can get it on the after party page to scan the code and register on Eventbrite. Search Chris Howe Foundation Dallas. Again, back to school. We know we got to get the kids ready back to school. Thank Lord. Summer's almost over. There will be a soccer day going on today at Howland Hills Library as well. They starts about 3 o'clock this afternoon, between 3 and 4. I want to say congratulations to Tiffany Turner Reed on her new show here on the After Party, Out of Darkness, Let There Be Light. She debuted her show this past Saturday. I got in and got a quick photo, and it was very, very intense. And I know she's going to be having another show coming up. I'm not going to give you all of her information, but you have to keep listening and watching her page, Tiffany Turner Reed. I also want to go back and say good morning to my Joppa community, to my classmates, Pastor 79 Hutchins. I always give y'all a shout out. And to, again, the Howland Hills Library, and to all of my friends and supporters who have supported me this past week in watching and supporting and sending and doing all the things that you all did this week. I certainly appreciate your love and your support and your prayers. So now, this coming weekend, we have, and y'all know how much we love these. We done had Juneteenth, the day that I celebrate. We've had 4th of July, the day that I observe. Y'all know I had to throw that in there. We have coming up the 6th annual, means there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Enlightened Tours Food Festival. This coming Saturday, July the 18th. Location, Rivershine Park. Oh, he has a decent time, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. That means the sun is almost going down and it's cooling down, and they're going to have so many vendors out there. So let me get started on this. We have in studio today Warren Thornton. Okay.
Yes,
let me give you a little bit of his background. Tyler and Warren Thornton, that's your baby brother?
Oh, that's my older brother.
That's your older brother.
Yeah, he's the older brother.
He's the older brother. Okay, well, good
Yes,
morning, brother. We wish you had a cake, wasn't able to come here to the show, but I know Warren's going to do an excellent job.
Yeah.
Created Black Enlightenment back in 2018 with the intent to keep the community informed. They were looking for a way to connect the community to local community news, Black-owned restaurants, and Black travel groups via smartphones. The Enlightened Tours food festivals were created as a way of engaging community events that celebrate culture, food, and entrepreneurship through initiatives like Summer Food Festival. The organization continues to support and elevate minority-owned businesses across the DFW area and major cities. So we want to say good morning and welcome to the show.
Oh, good morning. Thank you.
All right, welcome
Glad
to the
be
after
here.
party.
Appreciate the invitation.
So now, as we talk about the Black Enlightenment Tours, tell me about the first one that you did. Would you say was at a park in your hometown? And where's your hometown?
Hope, Arkansas.
All right.
So yeah, we from Hope, Arkansas, born and raised. Me and my brother, we started the company. We just wanted to do something to give back. So we wanted to also stretch it out. And then of course with us being living here in Dallas, I know I've been here since 2012. We wanted to bring it here and really start just to grow it. We started with year 1 and now it's year 6 and things have grown, and we're happy and grateful for our support over the years, and we're excited about this Saturday.
Yeah, I have done some research on all of your Enlightened Tour festivals. Like I said, the first one that you had was in your hometown. You started out with just some Black food trucks.
Yeah, just a couple food trucks. Because we believe in the motto of starting small. Because one of our mentors told us when you start small, that's when you can work out and fine tune the small details and
Right.
things that you may not see.
And room
if
to
it
grow.
And room to grow if it grow big. So we started small, just wanted a couple food trucks, a couple vendors to start small to learn what areas we can grow on and improve on. And over time, we grew and took the oven approach of growing it slowly and making sure we work out all those fine details to make sure we try to perfect it as much as possible.
So you think about the first one that you had, and you said, in your hometown, and people knew the Thorne brothers, and high school classmates and all that. So how was actually the first event? How did it go? Did you have like a lot of people that people kind of apprehensive about what they doing, or how did it go?
So similar to the first one that we had here, it was okay. To me, it was a success because we got past the finish line, and that's the most important step. Just putting yourself out there and just trying. It's not going to be perfect, so you just have to do it and complete that and finish the step, regardless of the attendance and everything. And then once you get through the first event, then you can gauge, okay, where do we need to grow and build on that, because nothing is perfect and it takes time. So we didn't have a lot of people, but I was just happy we did it because we came up with the idea and we put the idea on paper and we finished and we seen the idea through.
Okay.
And we accomplished our goal of just having it and completing it. So that's what we wanted to do more than anything, and we did that. And then we took that first event, and same with our first event here, and started building on that to where it is now, to year 6.
Okay. So I guess after you got done with I like to talk about feelings very much. So when you got done with the first one, did you look at your brother and say, "Man, we own to something"? We
did. We looked at each other. We said we own to something. We just got to keep building, taking our time to make sure we work out those small details,
right,
and just keep going. And one question, and I don't know if you're gonna ask this question, but I'm just gonna say it if you're okay. One thing we get asked a lot is, "Why'd you lie? Why'd you lie? Why'd you lie?" Me being a country boy, of course, born and raised, July in the summertime reminds me of family reunion.
Right.
Us getting together as a family, breaking bread, regardless of how hot. We'll pitch a tent, get some portable fans, or even some of them church fans. We all remember them church fans that had MLK
Hallelujah.
on it. So, and be out in the country, enjoying ourselves with family, eating good food, having a good time, listening to some good music, just the memory of us being kids, running around, having a water gun fight. So that is what we had the idea of, and we want to bring to Dallas, and that's why we purposely do it every summer in July, because we want to bring back that family reunion vibe that we think that we've kind of gotten away from as a culture a little bit.
You are so right, and it says your event highlights and focus, showcasing Black excellence in food and business, vendors, first time edition live music performances.
Yes.
So it talks about the purpose, and the impact. Support and uplift Black entrepreneurs in the food industry. Create inclusive celebratory spaces for cultural expression. That's when we talk about family reunions, and provide networking opportunities for vendors and for attendees. So as you talk about family reunions, back in the day they didn't really have the tent. They had the big shade trees, the big tall trees that had been around for 200 years, and then somebody may have got married under that tree, somebody may have got buried up under that tree, somebody may have got engaged at that tree. But when you talk about, especially in the country, trees mean a whole lot. So now, of course, we have to have, due to certain rules and regulations, tents and, all that kind of stuff, for our vendors. So after you started, after you got through your first one, okay, you got ready for your second one. So after the second one, again, did you look at your brother and say, "Man, we on to something"?
We did, because the vendors started to grow.
Okay.
And then the first one was kind of, we just put it together and say, let's see what happened. And then once we get through the first one, the next month you already start building and preparing and planning for the second one.
Right.
And the vendors started to grow, and we started getting more publicity to where the event started getting out there more and more. And we did still look at each other and say, okay, we got something. We just got to keep on growing, keep on marketing, and keep on putting it out there so people can know and be informed and come out and support.
So it kind of went from a level of, fun, getting together, getting the community, united, and kind of seeing old friends, and,
Yep.
and then you got your two brothers that had the two black food trucks
Yep.
there, and then, after that, it kind of went from fun to now this is a business.
Yes, it's a business. Yeah. And we always been business minded, me and my brother. But we wanted to make sure we take care of business as well and start doing things to grow it to where people can look forward to it and be a major staple. That's our main goal. Every summer, that where you're in Dallas or the surrounding cities in Metroplex, you look forward to this event every third weekend in July. Okay, I got to be at this food festival because of what we bring with the food festival of family fun vibes.
I would be from this year on.
Yeah, kids 12 and under are free. Good food, good, and then live music on a beautiful summer night. It's you can't beat that, and that's always been our goal, and that's what we work towards every year.
And I pulled something and also said history of black food festivals. Black food festivals have deep roots in African American culture life, evolving from community gatherings like you to major national and international celebrations of black culinary heritage. The history of black food festivals is tied to the survival and cultural preservation of African American communities. Enslaved Africans brought with them agricultural techniques, cooking methods, and recipes from across the African continent. Over time, these traditions blended with European, Caribbean, and indigenous influences, creating distinctive dishes such as red beans and rice, collard greens, okra, and watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Let's start the festival today, can't we? So that's what, I see as you doing this food festival, displaying all type. How important is it that our cultural traditions of recipes and all this, how important is that to the community?
It's very important because we have to always respect our elders and respect our tradition and history, and be sure to pass that down to the young generation, so they can take pride in it, understand it, most importantly, and then pass it down to their kids, and so on and so on. So it's always important to understand the culture and where we came from, so we can move forward and pass those important cultural traditions down to our kids.
Right.
Yeah.
It says in the 19th and early 20th centuries, African American churches, fraternal organizations, and cultural groups hosted cookouts, potlucks, and food competitions. Is this a competition going on Saturday?
So we don't have a competition.
Okay.
It won't be a. We've been thinking about it, but it won't be a trophy given out to the best food. But we're not afraid to add that to it. Maybe later on down the line, but right now, no. It's just
I don't know about with fighting over the peach cobbler.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the whole thing. So I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we just want everybody just to come out and enjoy these vendors and have a good time.
And these events often featured soul food staples and served as both substance and social gathering spaces.
Yeah.
Religious festivals like Juneteenth, where we just had celebrations, sometimes include food as a central part of observers honoring emancipation and cultural density. So that, and I know that's very important. You're coming from Hope, Arkansas. Now, what is the population there?
Hope is a small town where everybody knows everybody. So growing up, it was around 10,000.
Okay.
When we was growing up there, now the population has decreased a tad bit. Now it's at 8,000.
Okay.
But no, it's a small town where everybody knows everybody. It's a loving town. So it's a community town. So and then where I really grew up out in the country areas where my grandma was in Fulton, Arkansas, and then my grandma, my mom's mother, my other grandma, hey grandma, out in Blevins in Dean, Arkansas.
Okay.
So yeah.
So they were called back then, like you said, potlucks and cookouts. Now it's more modern where we're seeing food festivals. So that tends to make people think, okay, well, a festival of food, so you're going to get a whole array. Tell me about some of the vendors that are going to be there Saturday.
So we have a different, like you said, different variety of foods, where it's snow, ice cones will be sold, barbecue, an infused of barbecue and Jamaican, soul food, chicken tender. So it'll be a variety of foods there, and also different stands for lemonades and different varieties there. Then we also have different vendors and sponsors as well that will be there, that wanted to be a part of the event. So just excited of what the event has grown into. It's crazy that it's been 6 years already, within the blink of an eye. But the progress from year 1 to year 6, that's
Amazing.
It's what me and my brother are most proud of, because we really, me and him really built this from the ground up.
Okay. So when we look at, food festivals and type of major events, there's something that's going on. Indiana Black Expo and food vendor changes. They are actually boycotting, the black food vendors are boycotting in the Indiana Black Expo is going on. I think it starts next week on the 13th through the 18th or whatever. And they are no longer allowed inside the convention center to sell food. Now, how important is that when we do these food festivals that we recognize, when you go into, say, someone wanted to partner with you, and you would probably say, well, okay, let's do a food festival and, whatever, Black Enlightenment. So how important is that people are engaged in knowing who they're partnering with, because some of these people today have spent up to $20,000 getting prepared, for this IBE, for the Indiana Black Expo, and now to be shut out. So what they did within the last few minutes or last, I guess, few hours of getting ready for this, they have now decided to do a market style outside, So what do you think about that? I didn't even know if you had heard about that. I'll just spill the tea on that.
Yeah, so I haven't heard of it, but building those partnerships and brand alliance with other community members and other food partners is very, very key, because it's critical, because it's a partnership with both those who's organizing the event and those food trucks and those food partners that you have coming to sell food or sell merchandise. So those partnerships are very, very critical, and it's always good to make sure you both are aligned, because you're working basically for the same thing. We're providing the service of bringing the community to the festival,
right,
to discover new foods and new food trucks, and they're working to grow their customer base and expand their client base as well. So that partnership is always critical and important to make sure everybody's on the same page.
So for your food vendors that are going to be there, now, do you have anyone outside of Dallas that's going to be there? Somebody new that we may want to try?
Most of them are here in the city,
around
the Metroplex, as we like to say. So nothing outside of Dallas. We got a lot of great vendors that are here from the city, where it's Dallas. In the city in Dallas. So nobody outside the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the Essence Festival of Culture in New Orleans, I pulled some things up again, and I don't know if you even know any of these people, but so have you been a foodie, what they call a foodie, or?
I would say yeah and no. Of course, I love to eat. I love trying different foods.
Okay. Do you cook?
I barbecue, so
Okay.
I'm always on the grill, and I do a lot of smoking. Whether it's brisket, chicken, duck. So I've been doing a lot of barbecuing, and I do cook sometimes as well. But me just love trying different restaurants, and I'm the type of person, when I eat at the restaurant, I like to try the different options on the menu. Don't like trying the same thing, because sometimes you just gotta go out and try something different to see if you like it.
Right.
Get a feel of it. In that case, you can say I've been a foodie, because I like trying different restaurants, trying different things. So, but the idea basically just came from me and Tyler just wanting to do something that is a positive for the community and that would engage them to where they want to come out and enjoy themselves.
So when you first initiated it, I want to go back. When you first initiated, were y'all just like sitting around in the den, or y'all were just like riding in the car? Said, man, we need to do a food festival.
Yeah.
I mean, how did the discussion even come up? Because a lot of people want to do this, but just don't know how.
So we was just sitting down talking about how we can engage people to our app, because we have an app.
Black Enlightenment
app. It's available on the Apple Store. So, and the app was created and designed to be a new way, like the Green Book that we had.
Okay.
Like with our elders, how they created a Green Book to where for safety, and when people want to try new different restaurants in different cities, they can look in the Green Book and find it. So the idea came from that. It was my brother's Tyler idea of getting that
Thank
and
you,
putting
Tyler.
it to a smartphone, because
Okay.
we all are on our phones. And we wanted people to engage with our app. And one way, since we cover food, let's do a food festival.
Right.
And the timing, like I said, and we were very, very intentional about the timing, because in July, it's not a lot going on. A lot of times people shy away from July because of it's the summertime and the weather. But we went into it thinking, hey, this is what we had growing up as a family reunion that
Right.
we always used to enjoy going to as kids. So let's do it in July.
And I would even say better attendance because, okay, you've got, so much going on in May with Mother's Day, and you got
And, yep.
elections and all that kind of stuff. And then, then comes June, and we try to put as much focus and emphasis as we can on Juneteenth,
Juneteenth.
especially on the educational part. And that has been a highlighted discussion, if you will, with
Yep.
a lot of people here in the community of, and I even said on my show, I did a show on 2 shows back to back on Juneteenth here in the different area. We need to debunk the myth that it's only about barbecue, red soda water, and watermelon, for God's sake. That we need to talk about, why Juneteenth. We need to talk about how it came about, and actually give the real, true, live history. So I think July is really a great month because, we passed the 4th of July,
Yeah.
and now, like you said, it reminds you, and you want to do something like that holds dear to your heart because
Yeah.
you have more passion about it because of the
Yeah.
simple fact that you can say you remember family reunions, and what a better way. I've always said that people come together over food and over music. Or anything minus that, you may have some issues, but I've seen people get into arguments or debates and they say, dinner ready, okay,
Yeah.
And so now how does the rest is it a family thing? Is you and your brother? You have cousins that come and help? Do you have other brothers and sisters, siblings that come
Yep.
and help? Or
So no, we have some great friends who've always helped and volunteered. Give a
Okay.
shout out to them: Natasha, Brittany, Yasmin. My brother, who also my oldest brother, Kaz, he also comes and helps. So we have great friends and a great support group that always comes and helps out. So we're just never alone. I
are they
know-
local or are they
They,
from?
no, they local.
Okay.
They're local for the
I'm
most
just
part.
wanting to get some folk here from Hope, Arkansas.
Yeah. So they're local, but so we always look to see and get new ideas, and
Okay.
and the support group that we do have are always willing to help and give us the support that we need when asked.
So I pulled up 10 important food moments in Black history. Now, I pulled up about Dookie Chase's restaurant, who opens its doors. I don't know if you know who Dookie Chase is.
That name sound very familiar.
Like, I'll show you a picture of her.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how old this is, but since 1941, Dookie Chase's restaurants opened its doors. Initially just a sandwich shop and lottery ticket outlet. Dookie Chase's restaurant has now grown to be a thriving family restaurant located in Louisiana, founded by Edgar Dookie Chase Sr. and his wife Emily. The then sandwich shop went into a whole cultural thing of doing Louisiana foods and whatever, become the hot spot for civil rights leaders in New Orleans. Dookie Chase frequently hosted prominent members of the African American community, such as Thurgood Marshall, Martin Luther King, freedom fighters like Aretha Castle Haley, and Virginia Durr, and other civil rights activists as they strategized over meals in the upstairs meeting room. It says, as we went on, Leah Chase was dubbed as the queen of Creole cuisine, and is revered for inviting any and everyone to eat at Dookie Chase's while bringing the New Orleans Creole cooking to international attention. So now that you are on your 6th one, are there other cities, or are you just keeping with the same city that you are successful at? Or what is the future plans for?
So
for
future
Festival?
plans is to pick this up and take it to other cities and grow. I know we've reached out. We did something in Little Rock, and we did 2 years, but that one's growing. So next year, I'm excited. That will be year 3 for Little Rock. But all the surrounding cities in Texas and even further cities, because I know Dallas is the staple, but we want to grow out and go to other cities and grow it as well with different other cities, because it's enough time and space to where we can and venture off. We just have to organize it right and make sure that everything is down to a science to where it can be very successful in another city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to Nourish, and it's going. We see it blooming. So anything big coming up for us? Like, okay, you're in your 6th year. Are we already planning for something really big for our 10th year, or?
Yeah, so keep on adding to it. But this year, we've partnered with Southwest Airlines, which is our top sponsor this year. And we're excited to announce that at the food festival, we'll be raffling off 2 plane tickets. So the raffle ticket is $10, and the entry fee to get in is $10. But once you win these 2 raffle tickets, if we pull your raffle number, you have a chance to fly anywhere Southwest flies for $10.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. We also have partnered with the Soul Circus this year that's coming next month in Dallas.
Okay.
So they're going to be giving over 15 tickets. We're going to give those out, just raffle those off. And then Ed Turner, who's a good friend of mine, and I posted this video the other day. He's donated 2 gas cards that we're going to give out to those attending.
Internist on the school board.
So
You better send me a gas card my way, Ed Turner, while you.
So we are about the community, and we want to make sure that our community understands that we want to reward our community. So that's why we're just doing so much giveaways, and especially with the Southwest tickets. You can fly anywhere Southwest flies for $10 in this economy. Well,
I'm trying to tell
tickets
you.
are so. Really, and I won't be participating, so we want to make sure everybody knows that. So no, we're excited about that. But for year 10, we're just looking to steady grow, get more sponsors, get more companies joining the event, and growing and rewarding these attendees who always come out and support each year.
Okay. So when we look at, I'm always talking about mentorship. So when you look at mentorship, what would you tell someone to come to you at 17 or 18, they're in the cooking, they've been like that since they were a little girl or a little boy. What advice would you give them on if they say, well, I really want to do something like this one day, once what advice would you give them?
Just to go do it and follow through. Sometimes we try to wait on the perfect moment.
Right.
We're not perfect, and it will never be perfect. So just go. Get a good business plan, and you can Google a business plan and chat GPT, all that information. But set up a deadline of when you want to do it, and once you get to that deadline, regardless of how further along you may want to be or you may think you're not at that moment in time, do it. Because it will never be perfect. So you just got to follow through, do it, learn from it. Take those constructive criticisms that may come, build on it, and then just keep going. Don't ever just stop and ever think you can do it, because you can. You just have to do it. A lot of times, if you look at successful people, one thing they say is, I became successful not because of this or that. One of the main reasons they say is, I didn't quit.
Right.
So you can't quit. You just got to push through, learn from your mistakes, and keep pushing.
So any hopes of, say, if you do find someone that you can mentor, any Black Enlightenment scholarships maybe come up at
Yes,
some point?
and you actually, I'm glad you brought that point up, because me and my brother have also started, because I went to Prairie View. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, PV, shout out to everybody.
My daughter went to PV, so yeah.
I came out, graduated in 2009. So one thing with me coming from HBCU, me and my brother, we started the HBCU tour.
Okay.
To where we're now working with HBCUs and going on their campus and doing these food events on HBCU campus.
Okay.
Now, because when I was at Prairie View, and this when BET was back, they was doing the college tours.
Okay.
And they came on
I
campus.
remember that when they were doing that.
And they was doing the different HBCUs, whether it was down south or on the East Coast, and they had people excited for them to come and all different events. So we're working to bring that back the same way, but just adding the food element to it. And last year, thanks to TSU, Texas Southern, and Dr. Cooley, we partnered with them, and we did our first event on TSU campus last year in April, and we raised $1,000 to give to the American Marketing Association.
Okay.
At Texas Southern. So we're working to do that, and again this fall at a couple HBCUs, and building on that and keep on giving back to HBCUs, because it's near and dear to my heart.
Okay. That would be good. Not having that, idea I may want to throw out. And there may be a lot to do, but like certain homecomings because
Yeah.
But at homecoming, you went to PV, you know how that homecoming goes.
Homecoming, yeah, homecoming is homecoming. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you from miles and miles away, you're
Yeah.
seeing the RVs,
And
and
RVs, yeah.
you just walking and seeing old friends and then whatever else. But that is a admirable thing, and of course we have the Prairie View Grambling game, coming up, the State Fair Classic.
Yes.
So do you all plan on doing anything special around that time here in Dallas, or?
Not of yet, because I know that weekend is kind of busy and kind of tight, and there's so many events going on. So we haven't thought about it yet, but we are in the works of doing something. I can't announce it this fall, but once things get solidified, you'll be the first to know.
Okay.
What we got planned around HBCUs for here in Dallas.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So upon that note, when we talk about food moments and Black history, how important is that, that we do these type of festivals, at least, like you said, once a year, whether it's in July, and I like July, but that people understand that even if they don't do anything of this magnitude, that have, would you encourage them to have maybe like they would say back in the church, potlucks and just everybody kind of coming together,
Yes.
It doesn't have to be, like the live music, like the Thornton Brothers, but,
Yeah.
Would you encourage and how would you advise them to just get together and how would you advise a small community to
A
do
small
it?
community, yeah, just come together. Pick a day. Everybody can pick a different dish to bring and come together. Because one thing, this is just my personal opinion. I do miss us getting around the table, sitting down and breaking
Right.
bread, putting our phones down, as they say now, getting out, touching some grass.
Yeah. And that was important because it was family
It
communication.
was family community, because I think a lot of times we forget that the kitchen, that's our hospital.
Right. That kitchen table.
That kitchen table is our hospital. It's where we break bread. It's where we eat. It's where we get fed, and we communicate and talk to each other and look each other in the eye and really get a chance to really connect with each other over
Right.
the kitchen table. So my advice is just start up a potluck, pick a day, and everybody bring a different dish. It don't have to be nothing too fancy, and just start that and keep it consistent. Have something for people to look forward to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the morning of your food festivals, whether you're in Dallas, and where are some of the other cities that you've been?
So I've been to Dallas, been to Little Rock, and been to Houston for
Okay.
the festivals. But we done went to different cities and interviewed different restaurant owners as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we
And done some taste testing.
And done some
Can
taste
I get on that committee?
yeah, most definitely. Because we have an idea that we were looking forward to bringing back. I know I did the interview with Spaceball, who's going to be our host. Looking to bring that back to where in Dallas we can all come together at least once a month and really just go by a restaurant and say, hey, we're going to support you this month. And everybody just come, meet up there, sit there, eat, and have a good time and support their restaurant. And then from each month, we go to a different restaurant to do that as well.
So most of your vendors and restaurant owners that's going to be participating, are they pretty seasoned? Have they been around? You got anybody like a new kid on the block?
Yeah.
that's
So
been
for the
around
most part,
there?
we they're pretty seasoned. They've been around, but we always look to have new vendors that come because you get that experience that you
Right.
You may not ever get, and because hand to hand transactions with your customer and having them talking and doing live events like this, you gain a lot and you learn a lot on the go, and I think it's very valuable for your business if you want it to grow to a certain point.
Okay. So the day of the morning of the food festival, you're up at the crack of dawn.
At the
and,
crack of dawn.
At the
Yeah.
crack of dawn, and
Yeah.
and you're beautiful. I saw your beautiful wife.
Huh. Yeah, hey, babe.
So, yeah, hey,
Thank you. I
Hey, honey.
appreciate that.
And then everybody's getting in place. What does the actual day of the food fest look like for you? When you get up, how does your day go?
So first thing's getting up, and I'm headed to the park to get everything situated, to make sure tables are set up, stage looks good, everything is aligned with the parking and everything, and then making sure I'm there ready for when the vendors start coming in so they can get organized to know where they're going to be parked at, where the food trucks are going to be tabled at if they're a table vendor.
So all hands on deck. And how
All
many?
hands on deck.
And so how many does it really take to? Because this is a major, major deal.
Yep,
So
thank
how
you.
many hands do you have to? How many people really does it take to produce something like that?
Around 10 to 20, because
Okay.
you got the people setting up your stage. You have the people dropping off your tables and chairs for your setup. Then you have the two different, because we have two check-in stations
Okay.
for people to check in at. So you have your check-in station here is around 2 or 3, and then another check-in station is around 3 to 4. So I would say around 10 to 20 to get everything set up the way you need it to be, so everything can flow. Because one thing that we take pride in, we want to make sure our events are organized.
Right.
We want you to walk up, show that you paid, and you can pay the day of. If you haven't paid, you can pay the day of, walk up, you know where to go, you know where everything is, and we can explain the logistics of everything. So I'm up early that morning at the park ready to go to have everything in line so we can be organized for the event.
You know, a lot of people often talk about these type of large events, here in Dallas, when we got through FIFA, whatever. We got through that without any major incidents. I want to give kudos to DPD, Arlington PD, and Dallas Sheriff's Department, everybody that was involved in keeping everybody safe. I want to give kudos because y'all did the doggone thing. Because if there was anything we didn't hear, it might have been somebody.
That was well
Yeah,
organized. It was
that
well
we didn't hear
organized.
about,
Yep.
but wasn't anything major. So far as security is that a major concern for you at these type of events?
No, because we got some great officers who's been with us since day one.
Okay.
Who are there to keep everything in line. So we that's not a major event. So they make sure that everything is run the right way. And if we have any problems, we always go to them and they resolve them with ease. So no, just being organized. And once you're organized with everything down to a T, those type of things are taken care of by the proper people that you put in place. Yeah.
I know a lot of organizers of events. That's the first thing they want to talk about when we go. I've been in on a couple of events. When you go to the table, well, what about security? Okay, well, we hope that there won't be any incidents. But like you said, it's always better safe than sorry. And then like I said, I kind of figured that you were going to answer and respond that you have security. That
we have security.
That will be
actually,
in place.
Dallas PD will be there. Yeah.
So don't come out there clowning, acting a fool. No. Because they got it covered.
They got it covered. Yep, it's a family
Okay.
fun event that you can just come and enjoy yourself with your kids. Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's a family fun event.
Yes, it is. So kids 12 and under are free, and we do that because we want you to bring your kids. With me having 2 of my own, so bring your kids out 12 and under. They're free, so they can come out. It's a playground right there at the park, so they can come and enjoy themselves too while you're sitting down eating good food and listening to good music.
So we pay 10 to get in as the entrance fee. Now, when you go by each table, are you buying the food?
Yeah, so you are buying the food.
This is not a Taste of the West End. Y'all remember Taste of the West End? This is not that.
No,
okay?
because the main goal is you come the entry fee, and then because we're at the park, but this is our private, it's for the public, but it's our event, so we have things to take care of for the events. That's why we have an entry fee for those who may be wondering. But you pay for each vendor. They have their own setup and their own different prices for their food.
Okay.
And that's what you'll pay for, whatever the price is for their food that's on their menu.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Are there any alcoholic beverages
No.
going to be there?
No.
Well, no alcoholic beverages. Y'all. Now, I'm not a drinker. Y'all know I'm not a drinker, but
We got the daiquiri shop, but just straight alcohol, no.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to keep it family fun.
Oh,
for the
they'll
most
come
part.
out.
Yeah.
Where you quit the drinks at? Where the boy at? There's none of that going on.
We'll have a whole bunch of water. A whole bunch of water.
Nice cold ice water.
Cold ice water.
And the
yeah.
Dr. Pepper, the Coca-Colas.
Well, that's up to the vendors what they
Oh,
sell.
okay. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm a DP girl. I'm a DP over here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for coming in. And anything else you want to tell us about the food festival? Who's your live band?
So the live band is coming. Smokey Silky Soul is bringing some friends up with his band.
Okay.
And that's my little brother. But I know we have Miss Jasmine, who's gonna be performing, and Jake Carlos as well. And DJ Machiavelli will be on the ones and twos. So and
Okay.
then, as I mentioned before, Space Boy will be hosting. So no, just come out, family fun event. Everything that you need will be there. We got the food. We got the the good daiquiri drinks. We got the good vendors. Got the good vibes. It's starting at 5. It's on the weekend. The entry fee is only $10, and then we got the plane tickets that you can win for another 10.
To go anywhere in the United States of the Americas.
And those Southwest also fly in the Caribbean as well, certain
Oh.
places. So you can use those tickets for up to a year. So and then we're doing a lot of different giveaways and raffles other than that. So just to come out, support these vendors, because this is what this is all about. We did this event with the community in mind, because we want everybody to support these local minority-owned and black-owned businesses, help them grow their customer base, because when the money circulates, we all win.
Exactly.
So that's our main goal. So just come out, have a good time, and hey, it's on a Saturday, so you don't have to worry about going to work the next day. Hopefully, if you do,
It's over
you
at
still
10
can come.
o'clock. You still got time. Go home, get your clothes ready for church
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
You still got
Okay.
So you still got time to go home, get ready for church in the morning. So we just excited. Year 6, so definitely come out, support, come out, have a good time. Bring your lawn chairs is the only thing I would say. Bring your lawn chairs, because we will have area for you to sit, but bring your lawn chairs, and get ready to enjoy yourself.
So again, 6th annual Enlighten Tours Food Festival, Saturday, coming Saturday,
This coming
July
Saturday.
the 18th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Live music, dance, food, drinks. Now, are you still accepting vendors?
So we done closed the list.
Okay.
Up to this point, we done closed the list, because we want to make sure we don't miss anything. So when we get close to this point, we done close the list to where we're not accepting any more vendors. But we got a good vendors, a good set of vendors for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And our tickets are available at blackenenlightenment.com/events. So when I was trying to, let me tell you something, I looked for him for about 2 weeks. I'm like, where's he at? Because I really wanted him to come on the show to talk about this event. I went on the website. I'm like, I've got to. So I finally, of course, as y'all see, I ran him down, and got him here because this is going to be such a great event. Dallas, we have a lot going on. There's been some the past few weeks, a lot of funerals, a lot of things going on, in the community that we've had to all attend and that kind of stuff. But, we got past Juneteenth, had a good time, 4th of July, some of y'all had a good time. So when events like this come to the Dallas area, we need to get out and we need to support it, because we don't have that, well, we have a lot going on, but not that much where it's family fun. It's either, you can't bring your kids or it's just for kids only. But I think that this is one of the best things that we are going to see in a long time. And it says Black Enlightenment, Black Enlightenment, and what got me was this hamburger. I'm telling you, that's what got my attention, was this hamburger. So now are some people actually going to be actually doing cooking? Sometimes when we have these type of things, food is already prepared.
Yeah. So we have the food already prepared with the food trucks. Of course, they'll be cooking, but food will already be prepared, and everything. So I just can't say thank you enough to everybody who's been supporting over the years. We really appreciate it, and really excited about these couple days. And this, as you mentioned, you can get the tickets on our website or the day of. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day Saturday, so you don't have to worry about the weather.
Cash, credit card, all type of payment.
We have different forms of payment: cash, credit card, Zelle, Venmo. Any payment you possibly have,
they'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. So the only thing you have to do is just come out and get ready to have a good time, because you deserve to treat yourself.
That's right. And what a better way, like I said, food and music, and
Yep.
it's what really brings people together.
Yeah.
So and make it a family day.
Make it a
Bring
family
your
day.
kids,
Bring
your
your
kids
kids.
have some fun, run around Rivershine. Rivershine Park is one of the most beautiful parks that we have here in
Yeah.
the Dallas area. I always say next to Jaffe Park in my community. But Rivershine Park is a very beautiful park. I know they've
Yeah.
done some work over there, Dallas Park and Rec. So again, come out 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and I always do a suggestive reading. So we all have Food, Health, and Happiness by Oprah Winfrey. I kind of glanced through it, and there's a lot of healthy stuff in here. if you want to be a foodie and read that. And then I have the new soul food cookbook. How many soul food restaurants you think is offhand is going to be there?
We have at least 1 or 2 soul food restaurants
Okay,
coming.
okay.
That's gonna be there.
You know, somebody gonna come there, where the greens and yams.
Yeah.
You know, then we're gonna have our healthy food people. They're gonna want, you know,
They're
well,
gonna
where's
be
the healthy stations at?
Yeah.
You know, and then with me, I've been looking for me a grill with a hamburger. Where the hamburger stand? You know. So we got the new soul food cookbook, and this is by Fabiola Gaines and Ronice Weaver. And then I found this one at the library. Gone with the Spoon. Now, I don't know. This is
it's like Easy
Snoop
E40 and Snoop Dogg.
and
Yeah.
Earl E40 Stevens. So I don't know what they're talking about in here. I glanced through it. So
Yeah, both of them got a. I know Snoop has a liquor line, and I think E40 does too, but I'm not for sure.
okay.
But yeah, that's E40 and Snoop. Out
So
in
you're
the Bay
you're
Area.
familiar with these two goons with a spoon. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So there's
right.
some legendary hip hop artists. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know Snoop and I have seen
That's
him.
E40.
so-
He from the Bay Area.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that is going to be our show for the day. But again, Enlightened Tours Food Festival, and we'll be looking forward to all the things that you have come. I'm looking for the HBCU
Yes.
connection again. I guess
Yes.
that's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
You know, to go on the college campus. And now, are you one of the Divine Nine?
No, I'm no Divine Nine. A lot of my friends are. Much respect to the Divine Nine, but I'm not.
Okay. Okay. Well, however, that is our show for the day. And again, we look forward to this coming Saturday, the Food Festival. Again, Saturday, July the 18th, Rivershine Park, live music, dance, food, and drinks. 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the time. Be there. Let's see your face in the place. So this is your Queen of Community Conversation, Simon over and out. And again, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. And let's keep cool. Let's stay out of the heat in the middle of the day. Those 12, 1 and 2 o'clocks will get you. Drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. And remember, if it's important to you, it's more important to me. This is your Queen of Community Conversation, signing off and signing out from the studio with the view at the after party. And we'll see you Saturday at Rivershine Park for
you
the
Saturday.
Food Festival. If you want to find me, I'll be at a hamburger stand.